I thought you guys might want to see our Colorado fishing cabin, camper cabin. Put a tin roof on it and a porch and an awning, and it's awesome to stay here. Started a little flower garden there. It needs a lot more work than coming here once a year, but those big rocks are holding in the pond fed by the spring. They used to be all out here in this upper part, but we moved them, had them moved with a big tractor. And then that's the edge of the property there where there's a seasonal river. If you walk up that seasonal river, there's some cool waterfalls. You can see the different trees that are around the pond and the spring. We got this big stone outcropping up there, and to the left of that is pretty much the corner of the property. And I'll show you the inside here. Got a freshly stained deck, Thompson's water seal. Lasts about 3 years, it seems like. And this awning that I made, it shuts down over the door, and then that table and those shelves, that cabinet, they detach and get stowed inside. So this place is like lockdown when we leave. Then there's the outdoor kitchen. Let's go ahead and check out inside. Everything works on propane and works really well for a camper from the 60s. I bought this because it's in perfect condition. And so there's our kitchen, and even the roof, there was just no leaks or anything. But here's the larger bed, and the loft above it was cut back to make this a better living space. The light was moved back so you don't hit your head. Then the propane refrigerator, that sure is nice. Kids have this sort of dual bunk bed thing that I made sort of a triangle shelf so both have room. Kind of a standard bathroom. And so that's the inside there. And then you got the view of the lake from the porch. Here's where we get our drinking water when we're here in Colorado. Just comes right out of the cliff face at the bottom of this mountain. And comes right out that tube. Sort of reminds me of like a rainforest in here. Here's an example of how unafraid of humans the wildlife is here. This deer's just hanging out. Been checking me out and just eating up there for like a half hour now. Little doe it looks like. We'll see if we can get some more wildlife on the camera for you this trip. Here's our spring on our property. It starts from up there and just starts seeping down. It's pretty much just a trickle this time of year, but then it'll flow down here and it starts to get into the cattails, and Then we have this little seating area up here because it's nice to look out at the lake there in the morning. But at any rate, where that spring comes around, we have this huge patch of mint, and then we put in some irises and lilacs. But there's the pond with the cattails fed by that spring. And then the fishing camper cabin. I don't know if you can see that garter snake down there, but he's been going around eating the insides out of the fish heads. So there's some wildlife for you at the fishing cabin. Here's our outdoor kitchen. We got one inside too, the propane stove in the camper, but this is really nice having this outdoor kitchen. We just fill up that suspended water jug, gravity feeds the water, do the dishes, put that double basin sink there, right next to the barbecue. Put a little lantern out there, we can barbecue at night. Interesting when the bears come by though when you're outside, but there you go, there's our outdoor kitchen. Hummingbirds are back fighting over the feeder. Just a day after we put that back up. There's an old brick wall or rock wall made probably 100 years ago. And this is sort of our back section. We hang the shower bags for showers there, and that works out really well when we're here for weeks on end to have hot showers. Here's our best view of the lake. 22 miles around, and it's really low right now. Usually there's not those islands. The Southern Ute Indians own the rights to the water. But that's the lowest it can go, so we won't ever go lower than that. But it's a reservoir, and they retain the rights to that water after they gave up some of their land. I think that was in the probably the 30s or 40s. This dam reservoir was completed in 1941, I think. But there's your view of the lake. Chipmunks are back. In years past, they were pushed out by a squirrel. It's kind of strange, but there's a lot of them this year. Alright, well, we're leaving the fishing cabin for now. One final look at it. All locked down and everything put away.